And we are live. Here we go. All right. So what we're going to be talking about today is contradicting common sense. And what we're going to do is we're going to steal 3 pages out of Coca-Cola's $252 billion playbook. All right. Like, understand this. I just looked at the market cap of what the Coca-Cola company is worth. $252.25 billion. Billy with a B. Okay? Billion. If you don't know how much a billion is, well, 1,000 is 1 million, and 1,000 million is 1 billion. So this is like 250,000 million. It's a huge number. It's catastrophically crazy. So what we're going to be talking about today is taking 3 pages out of Coca-Cola's $252 billion playbook. Now, if I asked you what business is Coca-Cola in, type it in the comments. What business do you think Coca-Cola is in? Maybe you're going to say food and beverage. Maybe you're going to say hospitality. Maybe you're going to say drinks. I would like to submit the idea to you, and you might disagree with this. I think Coca-Cola is in the business of creating customers. Believe it or not, I don't care how pious or righteous people think it's not about the money. Amazon, they think the money's important. Like, they're about your money. Walmart is about your money. Coca-Cola is about your money. It's like, money is important. I don't know who told you it wasn't, but like, try living life with money and try living without it. It's probably not going to be a very good life. So what you have to understand is Coca-Cola is in the business of creating customers. What does that mean? Well, they're selling something for a profit. They're selling something for a profit. Only in today's day and age do we think something is wrong with selling. There is absolutely no wrong with selling. If I had my wallet in here, I don't know where the hell it's at. It's in there in the kitchen. The little green, worthless pieces of paper on there that are backed by like nothing but belief. The only reason that stuff exists is to pay somebody. That is it. Like, the only reason you have money is to pay someone with and support the causes you care about. That is it. There is nothing inherently wrong with selling. Like, everything that you and I both enjoy in our life, we're glad someone sold it to us. I'm glad that Amazon sold me this whiteboard. I'm glad Amazon sold me all of my computer stuff. I'm glad that Shoe Carnival sold me my slip-on Adidas's because I hate laces. I hate it. I hate being inconvenienced. I hate it. So understand, there is nothing wrong with selling. First off, like, you're an agent, and that goes in, like, I might have to do a whole video on expectations versus desires, because a lot of you desire to have success, but desire cannot exist in your experience unless it first exists in your expectation. And a lot of us are trying to, like, our desires and our expectations are in conflict with one another. And when that's the case, you will never have what you desire. You will only have what you expect. So Coca-Cola is in the business of creating customers. And here is you, when you're 5 years old. Mommy, I'm thirsty. Mommy, I'm thirsty. And what does mom do? What does dad do? They say, grab a Coca-Cola out of the fridge. My bad. This is you. You're still a wee legit. And you're over here like, give me drink. Give me drinky. So that's you and your parents. Like, give me drinky when you're 5 years old. And somehow they thought it was a smart idea to give you a soda, a Coke, a pop, whatever you call it, caffeine, a drug. I would argue Coca-Cola is a drug. But after they took the cocaine out and filled it up with sodium, what does sodium do? It makes you thirsty, like, it dehydrates you. So, like, the product is literally addictive. The more you drink, the more it requires you to drink. Beautiful from a product design standpoint. Like, that's why these companies spend large sums of money on hiring addiction specialists to make their product more addicting. So what is the second page out of Coca-Cola's $252 billion playbook. Well, they're also in the business of crafting connections. What does that mean, crafting connections? Well, you see, Coca-Cola isn't hiring sales reps to go around one by one to people's house and, hey, you want a Coke? Nope. Hey, you want a Coke? Nope. Hey, you want a Coke? Yes, I've been dying for one. Like me and my kids drunk all of them. How many of you, be honest, you drink a whole 12-pack a day? I would submit to you, maybe that's why. Not even going to go into that. But they're not doing that. They're not door knocking. They're crafting connections. Why is that? What they're doing is they understand the concept of the Dream 100. Instead of them trying to build an audience, they're going to go somewhere where the audience is already built. And that's why they partnered up with places like McDonald's, Subway, any of your favorite fast food drug dealers. Sorry, I said that out loud. It's all garbage. It's all fake. It's soy. Have you seen how that crap is made? It's absolutely and utterly disgusting. But they're in the business of crafting connections. They said, instead of us looking for customers, why don't we go to where they're already hanging out? If you notice, they didn't open the Coca-Cola store. They said, who already has our customers? People who are buying food, people who are buying groceries. And they partnered with the owners of their store and saying, hey, can we craft a connection with you to connect our product to your customers? And you get this much spread. Like, buy it from us at this price and you can sell it at that price. So they're not selling one-to-one. They're selling one-to-many. They're selling to the masses. They're selling to the masses. What is the last page out of Coca-Cola's $252 billion playbook? They're in the business of compelling commonality. What does that mean to compel commonality? They're getting you interested, like they're creating the itch for you to scratch. They're giving you an appetite for their product so they can quench your thirst. They're making you thirsty. That way you want to drink and you buy it from them. It's that simple. So they're compelling commonality. That's what they're in the business of. Do you see the beautiful ads that Coca-Cola makes? Like all the fizz and all the carbonation coming up. But when you go to McDonald's, those Cokes never look like that. When you get a Coke from Walmart, it's all hot. When you grab a bad Coke from the gas station that some kid opened, took a drink out of, closed and put back after he backwashed. Smack that child. Smack that child. Oh. But they're in the business of compelling commonality. Like, if you want to contradict common sense, you must create what's common in the first place. Now, like, how has Coca-Cola been able to achieve so much? Well, understand, doing more of the same will only get you more of the same. More of the same. That's it. So if you're an insurance agent, and let's say you're the best agent out there, and you're buying and dialing leads all day, it's no different. More of the same will just get you more of the same. Eventually, you will run out. You will run out of time. You will run out of patience. You will run out of leads. Like, buying and dialing is not the way to go. Coca-Cola ain't buying leads, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that right now. What are they doing? Well, they're creating customers, they're crafting connections, and they're compelling commonality. They're creating what's normal. And so I want you to realize, like, success. If you want unparalleled progress, it's going to require an unparalleled approach. What does unparalleled mean? It's exquisite. It's unique. There's nothing comparable. You can't compare to it. It's unparalleled. There's nothing that runs side by side with it. What are parallel lines? Lines that run side by side with each other. Whether that's up, down, diagonal, or sideways, it doesn't matter. But it's unparalleled. There's nothing else like it. And if you want to make the type of money that a company like Coca-Cola does, you ain't going to get there buying and dialing leads, sweetheart. I know that might not be what you want to hear. One of the best agents I know. What do they spend? $6,000 a month on leads. They'll write 50, 60,000 a month. They'll profit 30,000. But more of the same will only get you more of the same. Like, she spends about 5 hours a day dialing. in a couple hours running sales calls. Then it's time to put her kids to bed and go to sleep. She has no room to do anything else. She's exhausted the inefficiency of her current methods. Now, a lot of agents out there are like, well, I've tried everything. No, you've tried what you know. Go learn something new. Go learn something new. If you want to have more than you ever have, then you're going to have to be more than you've ever been. It's that simple. Like an unparalleled success is going to require an unparalleled approach. You must do something different. You must not do what you know. You must learn something new. And Coca-Cola understood this. They crafted connections. They took the concept of the Dream 100 that Charlie Munger and his partner made popular. Hey, we're not going to try to build our audience. We're going to go to where our audience already is and hijack them. That's how they got their advertising stuff. So like number one overnight with the right connection. That's it. Partners are like the new principles of how you should run business, like partnerships, joint ventures, going somewhere where your customers have already congregated. Like who in your industry, who in your market has already crafted the connections and created the customers and compelled the commonality, and see if you can work something out with them. It's that simple. But buying and dialing leads, like doing more of the same, will only get you more of the same. And I know 99% of the agents out there, they're not doing much when it comes to buying and dialing leads. Go to any Facebook group, just search like, I quit. You'll find a million posts. You'll find a million posts of people who gave up because they followed the wrong method. Because this is the only industry where the game of telephone has been won. This is the only industry where the message has been the same at the beginning as it was at the end. Buy leads, dial all day. Buy leads, dial all day. Do you know what you're effectively doing? You are trading time for money. A limited resource, buy a physical resource. That's what you're multiplying, which means you will get a limited physical outcome. You will make a limited amount of money. It's that simple. So what I would like to challenge you to do is quit looking for all of the hard ways to make a little bit of money and start looking for all the easy ways to make a lot of money, because it's easier to make a large amount of money in a short period of time than it is to make a little money over a long period of time. Like the problem isn't that you don't make enough money. The problem is that you don't make money fast enough. If you took your yearly income and turned it into your monthly income, let's say you're doing $100,000 a year. If you made $100,000 a month, how fast would your problems go away? Pretty quick, right? But it's the same amount of money. What's the difference? Time. You compressed it. You took your yearly income and made it into your monthly income. And it's so easy in the industry you're in. By you having an insurance license, you and the government are the only people who print money. I'm not saying you can, that would be illegal. But I'm saying metaphorically, you have the ability to, you have the capability to, you might just not be aware of your ability to. Okay, so let's take a page out of Coca-Cola's $252 billion playbook, and let's see how we can hijack this. Because I promise you, unparalleled progress is going to require an unparalleled approach. Like it requires unparalleled production. So how do we do this? Well, first you have to understand, just based on our ancestry and all that stuff, we think service, doing things manually, is what gets us paid. Because we all have a history of slavery and all kinds of stuff. We think we have to work for other people and trade our time for their little amount of money. So what do? We stop selling one-to-one and we start selling to the masses. We start talking to the whole world, start congregating all of our customers in the same place, just the way that Coca-Cola does it. Instead of you trying to door knock, get all of your people in the same place at the same time. Believe it or not, it's actually easier to make a lot of money in a short period of time than it is to make a little money over a long period of time. Quit stretching it out. Quit making it harder than it needs to be. Like this whole buying and dialing leads thing, it's slavery. It's peasantry. I don't know who sold you the lie, but don't buy it. It's too expensive. Okay? I'm saying this because I care about you. I don't want to see you burn out or think you burnt out doing the right thing at the wrong time. This is still the wrong thing. All right? One of my favorite Sun Tzu quotes is like, all war is based on the art of deception. And so 99% of the unethical lead vendors have created a commonality. They created what's common in this industry: buying leads and dialing. I'd like to challenge that because it's just not the most efficient thing for the most amount of people. It's not. If you are you familiar with the easy hard principle? Well, it goes like this: easy, hard, hard, easy. If you do what is easy on the front end, it will be hard on the back end. And if you do what is hard on the front end, it will be easy on the back end. You see, believe it or not, and I know this might go against the programming in this industry, success is not gradual. It's instantaneous. Success is instant. It happens in an instant. The gradual part is becoming the person that can have success in an instant. That's all it is. That's all it is. And so it's in your capability. You might just not have the ability to yet. And so a lot of you are out there working hard at what's not working, what's hardly working for you. Like that epigram. So what do we have to do? We have to understand mass market is the way to go if you want insane profits. Like I said, unparalleled progress is a result of unparalleled production. You must produce things, you must create things in a different way compared to the norm. If you do what other agents do, you will have what other agents have. And what do most other agents have? They can barely afford to pay their bills on time, and they stress about everything. They think they're never enough, even though they're all lies. It's all lies. This is Sad Sam, but I'm going to help you turn him into Happy Harry in about under 5 minutes. So we're going to, this dude believes that time is money. Just draw a dollar sign on the clock. Believes time is money. So what does he do? He trades his time dialing for a little bit of someone else's money, the carriers. And he only gets paid if he sells. So we work, I think I did the math on this other day on a YouTube video, the hours that this person was going to work just to profit $2.86 an hour at the end of a full year and barely come out with anything after he wrote $200-300 grand. It's astonishing. He barely made out with anything. This dude works 4,000 hours a year just to make $100K. I don't think there's anything admirable about $100,000. It's not a lot of money anymore. You've seen the cost of gas. You've seen the cost of food. It's insane. It's insane. But thank God I make enough money to where I don't have to worry about the prices of things. I encourage you to build your life, to build your business in a way that serves you at the highest level, that way you do not have to worry about peasantry as well. I'm not going to go out there and mow my yard all the time and sweat my butt off. You know what's fun? Watching someone else get out in that hot sun. Watch them mow. Watch them break a sweat. Watch them mow rocks. That's funny. But I love cutting my grass. You should try watching someone else cut it. You might fall in love with something different. 4,000 hours to make $100 grand a year. Believe it or not, we can work 10 times less and earn 10 times more. We can take our yearly income and turn it into our monthly income. Am I saying you're going to make that? No. But I'm saying if you adopt an approach like this, you're way better off. You're going to make way more money working way less. So what we're going to start doing is we're only going to work 3 hours a week. 4 hours, let's just say we work 4 hours a week because we're brand new to this skill of mass market selling. What we're going to do is we're going to host a congregation. We're going to run a webinar or a challenge funnel, and we're going to get all of our customers on at the same time. If you're an agency owner, you only got to work 4 hours a week. So that's 16 hours a month, 16 hours a month of work, and you direct all the sales calls to your agents. You fill up their calendars. Your agents are no longer agents, they're order takers. You effectively turn your agency into a McDonald's drive-thru where people keep coming through and buying their Cokes, except this time they're buying their policies. That's it. And referring their friends because it tastes so good to protect and provide. So what's 16 hours a month times 12? It's 192 hours a year. But over here, we make $1 million a year. Why? Because it's easier to sell to more than one person at the same time. As crazy as that sounds, it is. When you spend, let's say you're spending $2,000 a month on leads. If you stop buying the leads and you start buying ads, or you use the Dream 100 concept, you can use this for free. You can make this money without spending any money at all. Let's say you just give $200,000 of this to affiliates. You still profited $800,000 and you did nothing. You did nothing. But the crazy part is, it's for an agency owner. You can do the same thing as an agent. You just got to work a little bit more. 4 times as more. So what's if you're doing 4 hours of work a week, doing all this stuff for yourself, running a webinar, let's say you have to take 10 sales calls a week, each 30 minutes because you've used my profit frame, or they're just taking orders, like it's just taking applications. That's all it is. So 20 to 30 minutes a piece. So that's 5 extra hours. Now let's just say you're working 10 hours a week, 40 hours a month. 40 times 12, 480. You work a fourth of what a normal factory worker, there's 2,000 working hours in a year based on 2 weeks off of paid vacation. So you're working a quarter of what a factory worker, of what a teacher, of what some dude at Subway is working, but you're making 10 times as much. How crazy does that sound? It contradicts what's common sense. But I'm telling you, like, this is complex. Buy leads $1 a day, and if you get this many dollars, you can expect to make this much. And that sounds heinous. That sounds hideous. That sounds horrible. It's a lie. It's complex. And the thing is, the truth is always elegant. The truth is always simple. Stop looking for all the hard ways to make a little bit of money and start looking for all the easy ways to make a lot of money. It's easier to make $1 million a year than it is to make $100,000 a year. Believe it or not. Believe it or not. But I'm telling you, when you adopt a mass market approach and selling one-to-many rather than one-to-one over here, Sad Sam turns into Happy Harry. He's smiling now. Everything you want is on the other side of working less and making more. It's a basic physics principle. You're not going to prove it wrong. It's easier to do more with less. It's easier to do more with less. If anybody wants to come on here and prove that physics principle wrong, I'd love it. I'd love it. I'd love you to see, I'd love to see you defeat Albert Einstein and Oppenheimer and Newton, all these great, intelligent people. I'd love to see you prove their principles wrong. It's just not going to happen. There's 8 billion people in the world. Not one of them are going to prove it wrong. This is just basic energy and time, space, and matter. So 500 hours a year to make $1 million a year as an agent. And the thing is, you no longer spend $2,000. If you're using a Dream 100, it's free. If you spend $2,000 a month on ads, you could easily get 1,000 people to register for a webinar. 25% of people show up, so that's 250 people. And let's say you close at 20% and 200 are still on when you transition to the pitch. That's 40 people who sign up for a policy. Now let's say only half of them go through. So you sell 20 policies a week. That's 80 policies a month based on $1,000 of AP. That's $80,000 of annual premium a month. And let's say you totally suck at sales and your customers hate you, and only 60 of them stick. So 20 grand falls off, you only do 60K a month, working 10 hours a week. That's 40 hours a month for 60K of premium. That is nuts. It's bonkers. It's crazier than Ryan Garcia marrying Savannah Bond. That's how crazy it is. But listen, unparalleled progress requires an unparalleled approach. If you want what most will never have, you must do what most will never do. It's that simple. It's easier to make a lot of money in a short period of time than it is to make a little money over a long period of time. Buying and dialing leads is a lie, and it's too expensive, so don't buy it. for 99% of agents. If you're the 1%, you're the exception to the rule. Awesome. Kudos to you. I'm glad you made it work for you. But listen, there's still a better way. There's still a better way. If you think Russell Brunson, if you think Tony Robbins, and all these people who run large events, no different than Coca-Cola does, where they congregate their customers and upsell them and retain them, like, you're out of your mind. Like, they're not door knocking. They're selling to the masses. They're selling one to many, not one to one. This is stupid. This is stupid. I'm not saying you are. I'm saying this is. Don't buy the lie. It's too expensive. That's all it takes. If you change the vehicle you are selling in, isn't that one of Warren Buffett's quotes? It doesn't matter how hard you row, but it matters more the boat you row in. And here's the thing. After you make all this money, you're going to lose some friends. Why? Because your success will seem unsound to other people. But guess what? It is your song to sing. It doesn't matter what other people have to say about your voice and your song. It doesn't. Their opinions are none of your business. Your success will serve as a constant reminder of everything they were unwilling to become and undeserving to have. Unwilling to become, undeserving to have. It's very simple. If you want to have more, you have to do more. You have to be more. The problem is a lot of people want to be the same, do nothing, and have everything. It doesn't work like that. You're trying to violate Mother Nature's principles, and she doesn't like being touched that way. Trust me, I tried. Everything that doesn't work in this industry, I've tried it 10 different ways. And Mother Nature slapped me every time. The laws that govern us have slapped me every single time. They said, Mason, quit trying to do the complex thing. I said, Mason, quit being dumb. Like, why are you doing this? Why are you trading time for money? There's a way easier path. Well, I was like, that's not what my teacher taught me. Like, my teacher taught me there's only one right answer. And like, these people are telling me the answer is buy, leads, and dial. And Mother Nature said, no, that's dumb. We live in a dualistic world. We live in a paradoxical world where particle is wave and two things can be true at the same time. Oh, what does that mean? Well, look, that they're both ways. They're both ways to succeed. It's just how fast do you want to succeed and how efficiently do you want to succeed? Do you want to trade all of your time for a little bit of someone else's money just to stress yourself out and trade all of that money to get your health back because you're no longer healthy because you can't afford to work out, you can't afford to spend time with the people you love? Think about the things you desire. The new car you want, the new house you want, the new spouse you want, like everything you want is on the opposite side of a mass market machine. Everything you desire and everything you hate, everything that is hard, everything that is horrible is on the other side of this. You will build a business that enslaves you. The thing you built for freedom will imprison you by doing this, by trading time for money. Don't buy the lie, it's too expensive. That's all I got for you on this one. I'll probably go live again tomorrow. I got a special offer for you. The Write More Policies challenge is coming up. So if you want to write more policies and you're up for the challenge, notice I didn't say course. I didn't say college. That's challenge enough as it is. I didn't say program. I didn't say workshop. I didn't say boot camp. I said a challenge, the Write More Policies challenge. Click the link in the description or whatever below and go check it out. It's the first of its kind. No one else has ever, I don't believe I've seen anyone successfully run a challenge in this industry. The last event I ran it, 5,000 people register for it. That's insane. That's insane. This isn't about me. This is about you. I'm going to show you how to stop trading time for money. The problem isn't that you don't make enough money. The problem is that you don't make money fast enough. You must compress time. I will show you how on the challenge. Everything you desire is on the other end of challenge. My question to you is, are you willing to rise to it? It's that simple. So go check out the challenge. No, it's not free. This is not for opportunity seekers. This is not a get-rich-quick scheme. This is a plan to get rich quick. And if you break that word down, scheme, it's a schematic, it's a plan. We just have a negative connotation towards it. So if you're serious and you ain't curious, go check out the Write More Policies challenge. Go to writemorepolicies.com. And I'll see you over on the challenge. It's going to be fun. It's going to be challenging you. It will challenge you to your core, but it will show you the simple and elegant and beautiful truth rather than the complex and hideous lie. So I hope you enjoyed the 3 pages out of Coca-Cola's $252 billion playbook. I hope you start learning to contradict common sense. Common sense ain't so common, and the common sense out there, I don't want it. I don't want it, because look at the common lives that people live. I don't want a common life. And I think most of us don't anyways. We want the things we want because we want them. So, love you all. Keep being awesome. Happy hustling party people. I will see you on the next one.